Thank you for bringing me up here. I love your content, and I'm like a little nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, she picked me, um, but yeah. So I'm really quick. My question is simple, super simple. So, one, I just got out of a relationship back in like January, and so I've been stepping back into my dating life, dating scene, and I just recently met this guy. He's like what I like to consider he's a 10. Great job. One, he's an aerospace engineer. He's a world traveler. He's also like divorced. And you know what they say about being like the
Yeah.
second wife or the second girlfriend or whatever, but he's like super intentional about wanting to be married and everything else and wanting kids. And so
Check, 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 check,
check,
check.
check, check. Checked all the boxes. And so I'm super excited about him. He was cool. He was really cool, sweet guy, great conversationalist, everything. The only thing is, so the reason why I ended my last relationship was because I'm Christian and I'm like in the process of being serious, more serious about my faith and getting closer to God and all the things. And he just wasn't on that wave. He didn't want to go to church with me. I was like, okay, so this has to end now because we're not aligned. Now that I'm seeing this guy, he's checking off all my boxes, everything. And then also I brought up the aspect of like, hey, this is why my last relationship ended. He was like, oh, well, that's not a problem. I'm Christian. Except being in a place where I'm like, okay, now I want to be, like as I'm getting closer, moving closer to God and in my faith and stuff like that, what also comes with that is celibacy and not like being so quick to have sex with anyone. Now I feel like I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, even though things are still fresh and new, I know I'm gonna eventually have to be like, hey, well, I'm not on this wave with you. I'm not on that type of time with you.
How long have you guys been dating?
It's been like a few weeks now, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. So it's not super, super long.
It's
So I was
so
I'm like, do I just like, you know,
don't say anything just yet. Why would we be talking about seg this early?
hmm
Shouldn't you be getting to know me? Not what's
exactly
between my legs, child.
that too.
So it don't even matter. We not bringing that up. It's too soon. I don't know you to be talking about my body. No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
too
that's what
soon.
I was trying to see because I'm also like me, I'm worried because like me holding out and not giving the answer and not talking about it up front is like, will I, make him fall for me or I fall for him and
No,
then,
no.
then we have this
Yeah, he
conversation. It's
should
like,
fall. You want him to fall. Because if
yeah,
he falls, then that would, I'm not saying it won't matter, but he'll stick around. If he
okay,
falls and he invests and he pays for dates and he takes you out and he gets you a thing or two. I'm not saying Chanel or Dior, but I'm saying if he's financially invested and if he's emotionally invested, he's he'll be there. He'll stick around.
mm-hmm.
And don't go to
Okay,
his house.
no, 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 none of that, none of that.
Don't go to his
But
house. He don't go to yours, and don't sit in the car late at night.
mm-mm. No, literally. No, you're right. Okay, and then okay, so my second question, and I'm gonna end at this. So my past relationship was like a year long before we ended it. And not to say like I've been out the game that long to like not know how to date or not do anything, but I've been like questioning because like as you can see, I see him as a 10. Like I'm like, oh, you just check all my boxes all the way through and through, and you're awesome. Oh, what's somebody asked was the age gap. So, and that was another thing. It is a big age gap. I'm 25, turning 26, and he's 36 or 30. Yeah, 36. Um, but am I moving too fast, or like, how do I like not come off like, how do I say this?
Knowing
Not
your
come off.
self worth. Know your self worth.
Yeah,
Know your
yeah,
self worth. Know
but
your self worth. Know you are the prize. Know
hmm
you are the prize. Are we looking? You have dimples. Your skin is clear. You have real bushy eyebrows. You have for your edges. You're beautiful. But you have to know that. So
well,
me telling
I.
you this and the chat telling you it is not enough. You got to know it.
hmm hmm Well, I know that, but my thing is, so my thing is, I'm a very open person when it comes to talking. I'm a very much a conversationalist. I like communicating, but sometimes I'm like, I get worried myself that am I ever doing too much? It's like, do I ever need to reel it in and like, so that's my concern. I'm like, okay,
Real wedding.
I don't know.
Real wedding. You have to say it. We have to talk. What do you feel like you have to reel in?
Maybe like really my personality to not be so forward. So because I'm a very forward person. If I want to talk about something, I'm gonna call you just to talk about it. but I don't want to do too much too early on. But I don't want to be like, oh, make it seem like I'm thirsty or anything else like that. I just want to take it slow. But
Mecca, you're 25, he's 35. You're 25, he's 35.
oh, 30, he's 36.
He's 36. So
Hmm.
if you think he's a 10, he thinks you're a 20. If you think that about him, I could only imagine what he thinks about you. So stop oversharing, stop over talking, stop saying, is everything okay? That reassurance thing. That's what you're looking for. That's what I told the last girl. Y'all keep clinging to these men looking for reassurance. And when they approached you, when he saw you, he was like, she's beautiful. She's a baddie. This girl is, I mean, 10 sins across the board. But then when y'all start to get a little insecure, we start to word vomit. And then they be like, oh, she don't know. She look like that and she don't know. So I want you to work on your self-esteem. That's what I want you to work on. I want you to work on that. Stop thinking that he's the prize and you're not. That's what's happening right now. You're forgetting that you are the prize. You here with me, Mecca, or the comments? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. I'm taking it all in. I'm listening. No, you're absolutely right. And I'm going to keep that in mind. I think my personality naturally, all my friends say it. They just be like, girl, you're just so like bubbly. Like I'm the person, I'll just go up to anybody and just start talking to them just randomly. And sometimes like, I don't feel like everybody deserves that, especially not so early on.
I
So,
want you to be yourself. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that you're looking for reassurance, like, okay, he don't leave me. Don't leave me. So you're showing up, oh, you're calling him, you're texting him. Oh, okay, da, da, da. It's almost like you're overcompensating a little bit when you don't
mm,
need to. That's what I'm
that's
saying.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
you don't need to.
Yeah,
And what
absolutely.
that says to me, when a woman starts to overcompensate, it also says to me that there's an insecurity that you have. So you don't want him to see it, so you overcompensate. That's why we do that.
Mm,
So I want you to work on that, my dear.
mm. That's a
Beautiful. You
bar.
are
I like
brilliant. Yeah.
that's so real. That's so real. Okay, I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind for sure because I think that's for sure something to consider because you do the most, and that's why I was like, I'm glad I said something, or because I wasn't gonna bring it up because obviously like ego forces you to not want to say something about like your experiences, but I'm glad I brought it up because maybe I do am trying to like overcompensate out of maybe I don't know if it is. Well, you said it is self esteem, but I think it's more so like okay, I'm just being new to this,
Yeah, so
but no.
if you want time, yeah, but I don't want your fear to be like, oh, I'm losing him. That shouldn't,
Mm-mm.
I don't want you to lead with that. Like, I don't want to lose him. How can I be the best me so I don't lose him? I want you to be yourself and I want you to realize you are the prize. That's not to say he's not a great man, right? We're not negating that fact, but you don't need to move like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying.
Ooh, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you, girl.
Darling, of
Thank you
course.
so
Keep me
much.
updated, Mecca.
I definitely will. Bye, you guys.
Thank you, Mecca, for coming up. Take your time and don't waste your time. You are 20, he's a 10. Okay. Not only that, you 25, he 30, 36. Girl. Girl, you young. I tell y'all all the time. I tell the girlies, these men will run circles around you if you don't know your worth. They will run circles around you. Being pretty and being gorgeous and being young is not enough. It's not enough. It's not. Because someone will see right through you and run circles around you. And you ever see a girl, she ain't the baddest in the room. She probably don't got the smallest waist. She probably ain't got the prettiest face. She probably not the youngest, but she got that je ne sais quoi, honey. She gets what she needs to get. The men approach her. And you thinking, why is it not the gorgeous girl who's beautiful, who's snatched, who got it all the bells and whistles? Because they don't know it like that girl know it. That girl right there, she know. She knows. Yeah, I don't know. 22, 25, talking to a 36-year-old man, talking about you ain't the prize. I don't care what you look like. You could look like a thumb. You could look like a little mangy dog in the face. You 25, he 36, child. I would be leaning on that alone. I would be leaning on that alone. Say what? I'm 25, old man. Say what? You're getting old, babe. You're almost 40. Say what? I'm the prize, babe. He know you don't know though. He know. That's why it's best some of y'all just date your age, baby. Date your age. Cause the older men know. She's the prize because she is 25. Absolutely. Absolutely she is. Age has something to do with it. As y'all men want, she hitting the wall. She's before the wall. She's over the ice wall. So yes, a part of being the prize is that age factor. Absolutely. Let's keep it 100% real. I'm not saying 30 plus women don't look good. I'm not saying 40 plus women don't look amazing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't look like be 50 and look 20. I'm not saying that. But if you are actually 21, you better use it to your advantage, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying laying down with a man, kissing a man, selling your body, child. I didn't say that. But I would say lean on it. Lean on it, baby. And I'm telling you what your sister, grandmother, bestie, auntie is not telling you. They're not telling you. Youth has value, absolutely. Youth has value. It sure does. Know your worth and then add tax. Youth has value in women and men, child. Women and men, child. He's talking about only a woman. Woman and men, child. Let a 30-year-old man, okay, who's fit and fine, stand next to a 50-year-old man. I don't care how much green juice you drink, sir. Fit and fine. I don't care how much calisthenics you do, Mr. 50. I don't care, sir. Okay? Don't only put it on women. That's not fair to say.
Hi, Ashley.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Beauty. How are you, darling?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Is your name Kia or Kaya?
No, you pronounce it right. It's Kaya.
Kaya. Okay. Welcome, Kaya. What is your question tonight, gorgeous?
Okay, so I'm like transitioning from girlhood to womanhood. I'm 27. I just turned 27 last month. And like, I never learned how to date in the past. Like, I just used to do dumb shit, like do smoke stuff in the car and like niggas at their houses. But I want to like move into
Clean up your
late
language.
men
You are too beautiful to be speaking like that. Clean up that language.
men in their houses. Sorry, I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm a little rough. But I'm trying to like soften that up as well. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like move into like a more like grown way of dating, and I just want to know like how to go about that. I was watching your live earlier, and you said you have to come with a certain energy, and also like your mindset. And what mindset is that?
First, the first thing I would want you to do is I want you to change up your environment, where you're hanging out and where you're going. I want you to be comfortable being in other spaces. That's what I want you to work on first. I want you to read different things. I want you to go to different places. I want you to go to like a jazz event. I want you to go to a different type of festival. I want you to go to different restaurants. I want you to just put yourself in a different environment. I want you to start reading more to help you clean up your language a little bit.
No, I do read a lot. That's crazy. I do read a lot, but like I realize that sometimes I not dumb myself down, but like I would tone myself down because I don't want to like come off as a know it all or
So that means you're hanging around the wrong crowd. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like a lot of people just automatically think that I'm dumb because I could be like silly, goofy, and that's not really who I am. Like I had this realization the other day that sometimes I come off ditzy because I don't want people to think I'm stuck up, and then it kind of paints me in a bad light because people think like, oh, she's ditzy, like she's just a stupid ditzy pretty girl. And it's like I'm not that at all. But I'm very educated. I read a lot. I'm very intelligent. Like I have my own apartment. I make good money.
So that's what I'm saying. I want you, well, all that you have going on, is time to change your group of friends. I don't know if you still hanging out with Kilolo and them who stand by the bodega, but it's time to clean it up. Not saying you got to cut them off, but you need a new group. They can't be your main group as you're growing and trying to level up. That's what I'm saying. Because they're not going where you're going. And then you're going to feel like you constantly have to dumb yourself down, and you're constantly going to feel like, oh, they think I'm stuck up. If you ask the right woman, child, if you ask Coco Jones or Lori Harvey, they ain't going to think you stuck up. They're going to be like, oh, you're gorgeous. Of course. It all depends who you're asking, is what I'm saying. So you need to get around some girls who are on your level. You're gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. It's time to change it up. You reading the comments, or you here with me?
No, I'm listening to what you're saying. Okay. I'm looking down every now and then, but I am looking at
change it up. Change up your environment. That's what you need to change.
I'm still learning how to, like, not play men, but you know how, like, men come with a lot of games. I used to be very naive and just really, like, sweet and kind, and I'm starting to realize, like, that doesn't work. Like, men are going to take advantage of you.
Don't be naive.
Right. I'm not anymore. Like, I catch on to things very quickly now, as I've gotten older, because I've been through a lot. So I've learned, like, I learned the games and I learned the schemes, but sometimes I get, like, not caught up, but I kind of get thrown aback, and I'm like, whoa, how do I maneuver this situation? Like, how do I deal with this situation without taking offense to it? Because that's what I used to do. Like, if a guy did something to me that made me feel a type of way, I would internalize it. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to, I mean, I'm not even trying to. I've gotten out of the mindset of internalizing the things that men do to me, without making me feel like I'm not good enough. But it is definitely a mindset thing that I'm working on at this point in my life.
But Kaya, I told the first girl, I don't know if you were watching the live from the beginning, another beautiful young lady, she was 25, dating a 37-year-old man. I also told her, like I'm about to tell you, you are beautiful. If you don't know it, men will take advantage of it. Men will exploit it if you don't know it. You need to know it. That's what you need to know. You don't need to be so sweet. You don't need to be so nice. You can be polite. But all this, oh, I'm so super nice, I gotta be so accommodating. No. Because when they step into you, just like I saw you, just like the chat saw you, we were like, whoa, she's beautiful. She must know she's that girl.
I just said I didn't for a very long time. I used to think, like, I didn't think highly of myself.
So I want you to step into it. I really want you to step into it, is what I'm saying. And what's going to help with that is, yes, building your self-esteem, working on your affirmations. But I also want you to change your environment. Get around from those guys. I know you like those type of guys who live that because that's where you grew up. That's what's familiar. But you got to get out of that. No more of those type of guys. But what's going to help with that is you inserting yourself into other environments and getting a little bit more comfortable. So now you're not with DJ and Ray Ray. And I know that's familiar and you like that, but nah. That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, you have a lot of work to do starting tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Keep me updated. I want to see you back here in 30 days.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, beautiful.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Oh, she is a beautiful girl. I mean, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Beautiful. If you don't know it, oh, listen. Oh, that hit my heart. That hit my heart. Because I know someone who, I'm not going to say too much, but I know someone else who's very beautiful. Someone almost, when they're being taken out, you know, like they don't know their worth. So that hit my heart. When you're beautiful, you're that girl and you don't know it. Ooh, baby, that's something else. And people will take advantage. So you better know it.